everyone, welcome to the visual guide for the Dead Ends. This is one of the newest level 90 dungeons made available by patch 6.0 in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Trying to keep the peace might end up making you feel nauseous, but this guide will help you feel that warm glow. My name is Miztech and I'll be your dungeon guide. You'll have 2 sections of trash to deal with before reaching the first boss, the Caustic Grebulov. Throughout the encounter, the wind will blow in random directions. Keep an eye on this as it will affect the incoming mechanics. Miasmata will form a number of orbs around the platform that will soon explode in wide AoE circles. Additionally, once they start exploding, they'll be susceptible to the wind pattern and be blown in that direction. To handle this, players will need to find a safe spot that will remain safe even with the wind blowing the orb attacks away. The orb attacks will continue until they get pushed away completely off the platform by the wind. Cough Up will target players with multiple ground-targeted AoEs. Move out of these as necessary. When players are marked with these red triangles, they'll need to stack with at least one other player. Wave of Nausea is a large donut attack that players will need to move into the boss's hitbox to avoid. At this point, the wind will reform and these mechanics will repeat with overlap. Keep an eye out for the boss donut attacks while the orbs form, and then remember that the orbs will be blown by the wind once they start exploding, so dodge appropriately. Pox Flail will deal high damage to the tank. Cooldown and heal as necessary. Blighted Water will target the healer with a stack up marker, and the group will need to stand together to share damage. Befoulment will target all players with circle attacks. Spread these apart to avoid overlap. These mechanics will repeat until the boss is down. In this next section, be on the lookout for the extra ground targeted attacks as you move through and pull everything. Watch out for the mob AoE attacks and pop those cooldowns. The second boss is Peacekeeper. Decimation will deal high group-wide damage and form a lethal ring around the outer perimeter of the platform. Electromagnetic Repellent will form a danger zone inside of the boss's hitbox that will persist for some time. Players should avoid standing too close to the boss. The boss will then deploy War Machines, these small triangle adds around it. When the boss casts Order to Fire, each ad will shoot outwards in a straight line in front of it. Players will have to stand in between them to avoid getting hit. At the same time, players will be marked for AoE circle markers that will need to be spread to avoid overlapping. No Future will spawn a pattern of circles that will move outwards from the boss or inwards from the edge of the platform. Players can dodge the first set before moving into the same area to dodge the second set. Be sure to spread out the AoE circles once more. Peacefire will spawn 2 large circle attacks on the outer edge of the platform that will rotate around. Another electromagnetic repellent cast will also make the middle of the boss dangerous. To handle this, players can stand next to one of the circle blasts, and as it begins to explode and rotate, chase it around the boss to avoid getting hit. More War Machines will spawn during this time, and players will have to continue moving around the boss to dodge the big circle blasts, before settling in between the War Machine adds to avoid getting blasted by them as well. Eclipsing Exhaust will knock back all players from the boss, while more AoE circle blasts form around the platform. Players can use a knockback immunity or position themselves to be knocked into the gaps between the outer circle AoEs. Elimination will target the tank with a heavy-hitting line tank buster. Faces away from others, cooldown, and heal as necessary. These mechanics will repeat until the boss is down. This last section is super gorgeous, and you'll have another 2 sets of trash to deal with before the final boss, Rala. Warm Glow will deal high group-wide damage. Healers be ready. Pity will target the tank with a heavy-hitting tank buster. Don't forget your cooldowns. When the boss casts Prance, it will jump to 4 points on the platform, forming large circles as it lands. Shortly after, these circles will explode. To dodge this, players can dodge the first circle before moving into that area to avoid the next 3 explosions. Periodically, the boss will jump to an edge and cast Life's Breath through the center of the platform. This will cause a number of butterflies to form that are facing a specific direction. Players will need to stand behind the butterflies to avoid getting blasted. Benevolence will target the healer with a stack-up marker, and the group will need to stand together to share the incoming damage. When the boss casts Loving Embrace, players will have to look at which wing is glowing and move to the opposite side of the boss. Still Embrace will mark all players with AoE circle attacks. Spread these apart to avoid overlapping extra damage. These mechanics will repeat with some overlap until the boss is down. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll head into Smileton. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.